I'm Yves Doucet.
Yes, you are. Am I all plugged in? I guess it wasn't my
Well,
phone.
yes, I did plug you in.
It's
Yes.
about a 30-second delay
Yeah.
for you. Well, here we are, day after Mother's Day.
Oh,
Hope
yeah.
you had a wonderful Mother's Day. All my friends and my sisters and my mother. Yeah, it's a Mother's Day. It's a great Mother's Day.
Yes. It was great. Why was it a great Mother's Day?
Well, I'm selling my house, so I went through my home with a fine-tooth comb
That's what
and
they did on Mother's Day?
yeah.
Okay.
And I love stuff like that, though. I'm like a fool for that.
Help me out. Like,
And
how do I get back to this thing?
okay, sure.
Dovico. It's not there yet. Maybe it's just not there yet.
It's just not there yet.
Okay. Got it. All right.
Yeah.
So
And
sorry. How was it a beautiful Mother's Day?
I went through my entire house with a fine-tooth comb and decluttered. And I did this a couple months ago, Eve, and I was still attached
To things, you mean?
to my house, to things, right? So
Well, you've been there
we just
for how
moved in
much?
33 years.
Yeah.
This is 33 years this year.
Mm.
So I felt very, yeah, I felt very attached to stuff. So I kind of moved stuff from one spot to another as opposed to really just getting rid of it. And then yesterday, it just happened. I got rid of it all.
Oh, okay. So you stayed a little uncomfortable until you could get rid of it. That's what you did there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm
Like
not,
you say, well, I'm not kind of ready yet, so you stayed uncomfortable
yeah,
with it
yeah.
until kind of the feeling disappeared. Like your mind went through, well, does it really matter? Can I do it? It's just things.
It's just things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many things, Eve.
Yeah, we accumulate a lot of
After
things.
3 years, you accumulate a lot of
And that's
things.
what stops us from going to the next
Yeah.
level in our lives, right? It's these things that we keep on
Big.
having.
I'm not sure why yours isn't
Is
isn't
yours showing up? Okay, well, let's use yours. Doesn't matter. Just turn on your volume. I just want to see the
your
comments.
comments. Okay,
Yeah.
there you are, sir. Barbara,
Morning, good.
Alicia.
So yeah, and something happened at Kent. I saw that.
Oh, yeah. So I, went to Kent to pick up a few things because these real estate agents slash photographers come over and tell you, how you should kind of stage your house. I was very fortunate. The only thing that I was told was to put a little plant in my bathroom. Don't change a thing.
Okay.
And put a white dishcloth in the
Okay.
kitchen. So I felt very privileged that
That's good.
but I had to go buy those things. I didn't have those things. So I went to Kent, and while I was in Kent, there was a young girl, Eve, with her dad following her, and she had a box of cookies. No, a box of donuts. And she was going around and saying, would you like Happy Mother's Day? Would you like a donut? And I could just, this little girl's eyes, I could tell I was the first one, right?
Oh,
Because it was
really?
a full
Okay.
box.
Full box. DJ too?
I took a honey cruller. I
Oh,
haven't had
nice.
honey cruller in
Oh,
forever.
those are good.
So
Those,
good. So I
yeah.
grabbed
Kind of
my
taste
mother used
it.
to call them the tire track.
Oh, yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's like a tire track,
Mm.
right? Tractor track. Tractor tire. So I took that.
And where are you going? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I took that and I got a little emotional
Mm.
and of course they had their garden center set up, so there was a bunch of chairs. So I sat down, ate the donut, and I made up a million stories in my head about that little girl. And after I put so much meaning and significance and had a little cry in the corner at Kent, um, I thought, my God, Shelley, why don't you just enjoy the donut? So I did. I sat there and I enjoyed the donut. As a matter of fact, few Kent people went by because I sat there for about 10, 15 minutes and they were like, nice chairs. You know what I mean? They were like wondering if I was going to stay there all day, I think. But yeah, it was absolutely beautiful that this little girl would, with her dad come out and hand out
Why
donuts.
don't we just enjoy the donuts?
Just enjoy the donut. Mm.
So we make up stories
I
about things.
did. I
Yeah.
made up a million
Yeah.
stories. I made up a story that I
And
didn't
that,
have a mom, and we were going to be the substitute moms, all the moms that were here in this place in Kent, and I made up a story that, well, maybe the mom just said, "Will you guys get out of the house for a little while and let me have Mother's Day in peace?" I made up all kinds of little stories, and
Instead
only
of
then did
instead
I
of en
enjoy the donut.
enjoying the donut.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Why do we do that? Why immediately do our thoughts overwhelm us to the point where we have to sit down and have a little cry?
because we're addicted to the feeling.
Yeah.
So what feeling did you had when you had a feeling when you sat down there and you had all these stories?
Oh, for sure. Well,
What
first,
was the feeling?
the first
Oh,
feeling,
every time I hit the computer, something happens.
huh? That's
It
okay.
seems to be working.
Yeah, we're still on. It's just the there, just the video.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, it did disappear. I think there's a
Disappear.
connection that's
We
loose.
have a
Yeah.
loose connection, perhaps. Yeah. We did a lot of work in this room, so the computer may
Yeah.
be the last thing.
So you get
So
a
the
dig. So what?
feeling
So you get a dig.
was the feeling was I probably shouldn't eat this donut.
Okay, right there. That feeling. You had judgment against yourself,
Oh,
and
immediately.
you're addicted to that feeling,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you did the opposite of what you would typically do,
I
right?
did.
You ate the donut,
I did. I ate the donut. I
right?
would never ever eat
Right.
a Tim Hortons
So,
donut, like
yeah.
ever.
So the reason it's not the reason we do act like we're addicted to the feeling that we have.
Yeah.
We're addicted. It's and once you start seeing the patterns of addiction, because you saw that you had a pattern of addiction of the feeling, not addicted to eating the donuts. You're addicted to the feeling is why did she pick me? Oh, maybe like she saw that I needed to have the donut
Yeah,
or something,
fat girl needs a
right?
donut.
You
Yeah, yeah, for
see that
sure.
mind?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, you're addicted to that feeling, and it's an addiction. You can't stop it. You can't stop the thoughts. If you can't stop the thoughts
Yep,
and you can't stop your action,
yep.
by definition, you're addicted to the feeling. But then finally, you caught on. You stayed there. And said, "What are all these thoughts?" You start look because you're practicing, right?
Yes, yes,
You
I'm
see all the
practicing.
thoughts, one thought after the other. And say, "What is this silly, silly?"
So
And then
silly.
your husband helped you see another way,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Because you shared with him your
yep,
truth,
yep.
right? That's the
I
truth.
did.
These
Yep,
are all the silly stories I'm coming. You sat down. You said, "You know what? I'm going to enjoy my donut." And I'm going to ask you this question.
yep.
When you sat down and you enjoyed your donuts, when people were passing by and offering you all sorts of questions, did you not have more thoughts?
You know, I didn't. I
Okay,
really didn't. I
perfect.
had come to the moment of
Okay.
Shelley enjoy. By the time they came around and they were like, "Nice chairs," and because I was at this point I was loitering. I was there for about 15 minutes. Um, thinking about enjoying the donut. I had to
Okay.
actually make a intention that I'm going to sit here
And enjoy the
and
donut.
enjoy this
So
donut.
you sat so you sat uncomfortably,
Oh, for sure.
right? And you took another path
I did.
to see yourself differently.
I did.
So what you're doing is you're rewriting your mind about, look, no, I feel good about eating the donut,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
this is not a secret. Like all religions will have you bless the food before you eat it,
Yep.
right? They don't say, listen to all your stories about the food I'm about to eat,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
They've known this for thousands of years. Be mindful of what you're doing. So it doesn't matter what you eat, it matters the way you eat it.
Yes. Do you hear that? Do
Yeah.
you hear that?
The
So
mindset by which you eat the food. It doesn't matter what you eat. If you're eating, organic, purified, and you're thinking bad things, well, your
you're
body is going to like
react to
react
that.
to that.
You want to store things as fat?
Hmm.
Tell yourself all these terrible stories. Tanya Doucet. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
let's watch it.
Yes, I never made it to your event and it looks like it was amazing. So glad Dovico had the opportunity to help sponsor that for you.
Okay.
Yes, and Leonard, my husband is watching. Hi, hun. Mhm. Don't
So
dirty anything before the photographers come.
yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, isn't
Hmm.
that interesting? So yeah, I was taken by it. I'm still taken by it.
What a great act of
What a
generosity. Hmm.
beautiful act of kindness. And it carries. It carries. So if we stay in it and we continue to tell the story of kindness, the act of kindness, the feeling stays with us for a
Yeah.
really long
It does.
time.
So if you can rise above, because people could say, well, she could have offered like something more. healthy. You see the stories we make up about an act of kindness
It's crazy. Yeah,
instead of
I
just
could have
like
done better. I could have
eating,
cut carrots.
instead of just eating kindness,
Just having the donut.
right? And people give us acts of kindness every day,
Mhm.
and we can't take them
We don't even
because we judge them.
absolutely. We don't even see it
When somebody
like a case
opens
of
the door, like it's like almost illegal now to open a door for a woman. Like, oh my God, right? Like there's got to be something behind everything. There's an
what do
explanation
you want?
because we can't see kindness,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And are you okay with the unknown?
Do you know what? I am so okay with the unknown. And that's why I wanted to mention it. So I have to say something to my group, to my real world wellness group, because we are all on a spring reboot and we all wrote a contract to ourselves. And one of my contract items was we had to rate 3 items. And one of my contract items was I was no longer going to self sabotage myself with negative talk over food.
Well, there you go. You did that yesterday.
Absolutely. So I have to be absolutely real and actually know, ladies, that I went against my contract, caught myself in that
Mm.
moment, and enjoyed the donut and actually didn't hide that from the group. I posted that to the group.
So let me
So
ask you this question.
yeah,
So you see all your thoughts,
I do.
right? And then you took action.
I did.
So if you're seeing your thoughts, are you your thoughts?
Absolutely not.
You're not, right?
No,
You
you're
can
not
rise
your
above your
thoughts.
thoughts.
You
You can sit
ex-
down, right?
yeah, you always can rise
And
above
is it
your
difficult?
it
It is. It
is.
takes
It is.
practice, right, to see your thoughts.
Because most people, we don't have awareness. Like it took me a really long time to actually build the awareness that
It's a
I was
practice.
actually doing that
It's a
thing.
practice.
It's a practice.
Yeah, we don't we haven't been taught to look at our thoughts as we've been taught to look at our thoughts as the truth.
Yeah,
In that small moment of analysis, you had 15,000 truths there that came up. All these were truth,
that's right.
right? And none of them were truth.
None of
We
them.
make them up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But the right?
I
But
had
the
a
real
story.
the best the real truth was when you found yourself thinking about something else. That that's not who I am. I'm gonna sit here in this kindness and cry about this donut.
Yeah,
Now
yeah, and
that
enjoy every bite of
that
this donut.
changes you.
Yeah,
It changes the way the donut is received in your body.
yeah. And then everybody I met along the way,
Mm,
all through Kent and and after, I told everybody the story
right.
about the little girl and the donut.
Yeah, that's your truth,
Yeah, that
right?
that is the truth. It was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Eve always reminds us that there's a surprise every day. There's a surprise
That
for
was
us.
a good surprise.
And it was a great surprise. Every day there's a
Mm.
surprise for us.
So let me ask you this question
Yeah.
then. Did you have less or more energy after you ate the donut?
So much more energy. I mean, I schlepped myself over to Kent to get these few things,
Now
for this
it has nothing to do with the sugar.
nothing.
It had to do with the fact that you let go of yourself, your judgment of yourself,
Totally,
right?
totally. I saw myself wrecking myself
Mm.
because this kind woman, this kind young girl was giving me a donut. I saw myself wrecking myself.
Now, okay, if you would have stood that by that young girl and said, maybe you should have carrots instead, would that have been kind?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. She,
Would have that have been would that have been a truth?
no,
It would have been your truth if you would have said it, but not a truth,
it's
right?
definite. It probably wasn't my truth either.
Yeah.
I want the donut.
See, I'm doing a little exercise, and one of the exercises I was asked in next is like, what is non-stealing for you? Now I know what stealing is. Like you steal money,
Is non-stealing?
non-stealing. What does it mean for you? What do we like? What does practicing non-stealing mean for you? Right? So we all
To
know.
not steal?
Yeah, you know what it
To
means.
steal or to not steal?
What is the practice of non-stealing? What does it
That just
mean?
sounds so weird. Okay,
Yeah, it's like
non-stealing.
like a bet.
Hey, Curl,
So non-stealing, what the
non
practice of stealing is like stealing money. So
taking
non-stealing
something
would be not to take money, right?
or whatever. It doesn't have to be
Or
money.
what can it be?
Flower. Well, don't take the tulips out of my front yard.
It could be that. What
Yeah.
else could it be? Can you steal other things?
You can steal a ton of stuff. You can steal time.
You could steal time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could steal time. You
You,
could steal energy.
right.
See, I don't
You could
care. Do you?
steal energy.
You
Think
could.
about that for a second. Right?
Yeah.
So did you steal energy from that young girl?
No.
Absolutely not.
No. And
Right?
it was my full intention
Mm.
of her showing me kindness. The last thing I was going to say to her is no, thank you.
Right? Imagine
Right? The
that.
last
Right? You
thing.
wanted to. You wanted to say, well,
I
I can't eat this. And then,
absolutely.
oh,
I
it's so
wanted
good.
to absolutely. Did I want to say, "Oh, this girl has eaten a lot of donuts." You know what I mean? Did I want to say all those things? What I wanted to say is, thank you so much. That's what I ended up saying. I I wanted to show her as much kindness as she showed me. And the only thing I could do in that moment was to accept her kindness.
Now, do you think you empowered that young lady? Or
Oh,
you,
oh, for
yeah,
sure. If I
yeah.
had gone into, oh, carrots would have been better for moms, or if I had
Hmm.
gone into any of that, do you think that would have crushed that young girl? And she would have, could she have gone around all those aisles and continued to do what she was doing? No.
See, that's practicing, like, you could practice criticism by looking at what's wrong, or you can practice kindness,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And you can practice non-stealing of energy,
Stealing. Sorry. Trying to.
or your fan,
Fan
non-stealing of
was in
energy.
juice. I had to plug in.
So we all know what stealing is, stealing a pen, stealing physical things, stealing money, and we judge a lot of people for that, but most of us we don't focus on stealing time, people's time. So we go to their place and say, "Let me tell you about all the bad things that happened to me today." We're not only stealing their time, we're stealing their energy.
Yeah. Well, that's why when we say good morning to one another, we should never say,
How are you? Hmm.
right? Unless you are prepared to listen to
Just,
how they are. Most of us are not. So we always just say, good morning.
how are you? Fine. Bye. Good. I'm good. How are you? I'm good.
Oh, Eve, it was just the worst day. The
Yeah.
worst, yeah. Because it steals energy.
So,
We,
so if you're there and you're always flagging facts of negativity, you're stealing energy,
Mm,
right? If you're always pointing out the facts, the things that are wrong, you're stealing energy.
yeah.
Instead of saying what's possible from here. Well, facts, yeah. Here are the facts. Donuts aren't good for you. That's a fact. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
That's a fact. And so if we point out the facts, we're stealing energy from possibility. We're not understanding the underlying possibility of what energy can do to that young lady,
Right.
right? So by saying thank you so much and not faking it, sitting there and say, I'm going to eat this donut with kindness, with love,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what it means to me. What you're doing is you're giving that young girl energy. She saw you.
Oh,
I'm willing to bet that she saw you sitting down that chair and eating
she
a donut.
she did. She
And
abs
that meant the world to her,
yeah.
right?
Oh, for
Imagine
sure.
if she would have seen you dump that donut in the garbage. It would have been devastating,
Devastating. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Because it was already hard, right? I could see dad was really saying, oh, they're gonna love it. Oh, this is
Right.
a wonderful thing, right? So it was already very difficult. It's hard for
Imagine.
children to
Well, it's not for
go eat with
adults.
strangers, and it's
Give it
hard.
free, right?
Absolutely, it's
For
hard for
grain-free donuts,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. It
So,
was beautiful.
so we need to refocus our mind to say what's possible from here and project that in the future instead of saying, let's base our whole idealism, our whole way of being from fear, right?
Yeah.
So you caught yourself yesterday.
I caught myself.
Mhm.
And, Eve, I wrote in my journal yesterday. I wrote a lot in my journal yesterday, but one of the things that I wrote in my journal is that I am going to take a deep breath before I leave my home every day. And I'm going to set an intention that I'm not going to allow my thoughts while I'm out and about in the world to steal anybody else's energy.
Love that.
So I wanted to make sure because I found myself yesterday. I was like I say, I was on a mission getting the house ready. So, I threw on a pair of shoes, ran to Kent real quick. It's 5 minutes away from my place, and just in a rush, right? Just in a rush to find this stuff, and this is when it happened. So it was that lesson for me that I was just in a rush. I didn't want to talk to
Mm,
anybody. I didn't want to see anybody. I didn't want to, I just wanted to get back to the house to finish up what I was doing. And I could have really showed up in a really not a great way. Like, I don't have time for that right now.
right.
And we may not realize it, but when we make little flippant remarks at the cashier about, oh, that's too expensive, or it must be free because there's no price tag on
Mm,
it, or we have these little ways of digging
yes.
at people. We
Mm,
have to stop that. It is not showing up in kindness. And what happens is we are taking people's energy.
we are.
It's If you've
And
ever stood in a service in industry at all and somebody has berated you because of something, you know how that feels. So, and I know how that feels. I was a housekeeper in a hotel. I did a lot, a lot of things. I worked
yeah,
retail and computers. Like, I did a lot of stuff that I saw people show up in front of me angry because their computer didn't work, or mad because, they didn't have the pillows that they wanted in the hotel, whatever it was. Um, and I never had the thought process back in the day that that was wrong, right? So our the customer is always right.
oh yeah, I remember that.
The customer is always right. But I'm going to tell you right now that I've been practicing the pillars in practice, now that I've been practicing love and growth and showing up as the best version of myself, we owe it to ourselves before we ever walk out the door that we should always be the best version of ourselves every time we walk out. How do we do that though? How do we do that when we're so busy? We're just trying to get through the grocery store really
You said
quickly.
it. Breathe.
It's our breath. What if
Just
we all
hold
just
your breath for 30 seconds. Like if you like we can do it together.
eyes are bulged.
Inhale and exhale. Now hold the exhale. Now you can talk, but you can hold the exhale. Don't breathe. Don't breathe in. Don't breathe in. If you can do this for like 30 seconds, if you can hold your breath out for 30 seconds, it means you're not in fear. It means you're not in chronic fear. And we go out the door in chronic fear. I got to do these things. If I don't do these things, the world will fall apart. Is that true? Not
Well, it's
necessarily.
absolutely
Are
not
you
true.
breathing?
I did breathe. Yeah. It's absolutely not true because
I heard you.
I don't think you can talk and not breathe myself, but yeah, I breathe.
So that's an exercise. So breathing will help you calm down the system. That's like I can get through the science with you, but breathing is a one way, right? Reaffirming your plan in the morning. So first thing in the morning, the first thing you should do is not stroll. First thing you should do is say, I'm going to make a promise for myself today. Today I'm not going to be stealing energy. Today I'm going to be positive. Oh,
It's just the video keeps going out. I don't know why. Oh, great. Oh, great.
well, they don't need to see our faces. They can just hear us. Oh, oh, it's the camera.
Is it the camera?
Yeah, it's the
Is
camera.
that what's saying?
Well, I figured. No,
Oh, you're the engineer.
I. Oh wow, that was a dig. I don't know. Oh, oh, now we have nothing. Oh, we're coming back. As I'll entertain. Oh, there you go. Shelley's behind it. Get away. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Martin. Hi, Lori. So, good morning. Venture out in
Still hear you.
virtual, as I say. Yeah, good. Okay, cool.
Lori's watching from St. Martin's. Look at you, Laura.
So,
I think
yeah, so setting an intention every day, right? The best time to do is when you wake up and you write it on the mirror. You can write it the night before on your mirror,
Yep.
an intention. You can change it. It's not a list that far from it. I would keep it very simple, like one thing. I'm going to be positive today. I'm going to be loved today. I'm going to, that whatever it is, right? And lean into that. And then don't worry about it too much. If you give yourself, if you ask yourself a question, how will I be positive today? Or what are the surprises in my life today? If you ask yourself that question, the brain's going to take care of that. It's going to take care of like finding the surprise. It's going to take care of finding love. It's going to take care of finding gratitude. If you give yourself an intention in the morning, the brain's going to resolve that problem
True.
because that's what the brain does,
Yeah.
right? That's what it does. So,
That's
best time to do it in the morning, take a few breaths before you wake up, do a couple of stretches, set your intention, right?
absolutely.
Now, you don't have to do that if you're comfortable and addicted to the life that you have, right? And
Absolutely.
you think the world is coming down on you and everybody's and then, you're rushing from one thing to the next and you're exhausted and you're tired,
Mhm.
then I would say you're addicted to being tired.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the world feeds you that.
Most
So,
most
right?
definitely. Most definitely. If every day you wake up tired, it's because you
You're
are
a
practicing making sure that you're tired. So
Yeah,
you're
not
going
enough.
to bed late.
Let's
You're
work harder,
right.
let's do more, and then you drink or you watch the wrong TV show, you
Yep.
can't sleep,
Yep.
right? So why? And you wake up tired to justify the feeling that you're not enough. Geez, I can't cope. I can't breathe. I can't work hard enough to be enough, right?
Yep. Yeah. And I
We're
woke up
addicted to
home
that
and
feeling.
went, oh my God, I'm being sabotaged everywhere I look. There's so many
People give me
free
donuts.
donuts, right? As opposed
So good.
opposed of seeing that act of kindness, right?
Yeah, it's a practice.
It's a practice. Yeah. And we don't always get it right.
But no, it's a practice. You're gonna fall.
We don't always get it right. But today, from this moment forward, I am going to, as I did today, set an intention that I'm not going to be in my to do list.
Mm.
Where I actually, when I go out and about and I'm with others in public, I am going to be the best version of myself. I am going to invest in myself so that I can always show up in kindness. I can
What's
always
the
show up with a
benefit of that, though?
box of
Invest
donuts.
in yourself. What's the benefit of that?
Oh, listen, if you have elderly parents, you will
Mm.
know what investing in yourself means.
There's a study that goes and they've looked at people that are on their deathbed and they ask them the question, "What are your deepest regrets?" And they always have regrets.
Always.
But what happens in your life is you hit midlife crisis, right? You come up when you're young, you don't have these habits. You kind of you kind of develop your practice, your habits of being a personality.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the
You
time you're yeah,
suddenly need a McLaren or a
yeah. By the time
Lamborghini.
by the time you're 25, you're well encroached in your personality and your way of thinking, your
Hmm.
way of being, right? And then you hit midlife crisis, whenever that is for people,
Yep.
right? And then you start realizing that nothing that you've done has given you the emotion that you're looking for. So you get kind of attached or ingrained in this feeling that you have about yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to you, the feeling that you're not pretty enough, right? That's like, so the practice of like seeing that and letting it go. And if you don't do that, the benefit of like reprogramming your brain is at the end of your life and every day from here to the end of your life, you'll not live in a regret. You remember that book, Live as You as
Die Empty, Todd
Die,
Henry.
right? Right?
Listen, I
Die
tell you,
Empty.
it's not as good as Miracle in the Andes, but
But it's the top
it's
book.
right up there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, I live differently because I
I
read
wish
that
I
book.
wish I wrote that book.
I know, Todd Henry,
Yeah.
Die Empty,
Yeah.
and yeah,
So
it
it's
is a beautiful.
dying without this emotion
Yeah,
that you have about yourself.
yeah,
Now imagine if you could wake up tomorrow and not feel the way you feel about yourself. You could look yourself in the mirror and say, "You know what? I love myself today." And everything you eat and everything you do felt like a, a new experience for yourself
yeah,
because that's the way it's going to feel because you have changed,
definitely.
right?
Yeah,
Do you
definitely.
ever meet a person that you haven't seen for a while and you say, "I don't know who you are"? It's not that they've changed, it's that you've changed.
For sure.
It's not you've forgotten them, is that you have changed the way that you recognize patterns about certain things. You're not triggered anymore by
Mm,
the same people, right?
yeah.
You're not triggered by the donuts, right? So I would say go at Tim Horton until you don't need to go to Tim Hortons,
Mm,
right? And sit in that like luxury of donuts. Say, I'm going to eat a donut because I feel like eating a donut.
yeah.
Don't punish yourself for it.
That's beautiful, actually. Like, if you understand that eating the food is going to fuel you and have some compassion for yourself while you're eating the food, it may settle a little bit differently,
Yeah.
or so they say. So they say. You
Like
know,
my father-in-law, he's 95.
yeah.
If I asked him, father-in-law, what do you Father's Day, what do you want for Father's Day? Do you want lobster? Do you want crab? Do you want steak? What do you want? He'll say, I want a hot dog.
Hot dog.
I want a hot
Yeah.
dog from Costco, $1.50, and I want the water and and I want the hot dog, and I want ketchup, mustard, relish, and onions on it.
Mm,
And for him, that's better
that's a meal.
than anything else I can offer him.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
isn't that funny? Right?
Or is it? Or is it? Does it, even though he's lived a great life and he has money to buy the lobster and crab
Not
kind of
about
thing.
money.
It's yeah, it's really not about money. I was watching I had the privilege of watching the Dalai Lama on a program
Hmm.
on a webinar not too long ago. And the one thing he reminded us all is we come into this world with nothing.
Hmm. Yeah.
And unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, the world, the universe will force you to leave this world with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't really have a choice. You're
So,
not going to take anything with you. So, what a beautiful thing for me to understand before I start ripping my house apart.
mm,
How attached am I to this frying pan?
isn't
Do
that
I need the frying? I swear I put more things in a bag yesterday that I was just no longer needed.
yeah?
Why do I hold on to it? And why do I feel the need to say, does anybody want this?
Because you were stuck in a pattern, thinking that you could satisfy your feelings from something outside. So you were buying all these things, and momentarily you got some joy out of the new frying pan
Yeah, yeah.
until you didn't. So you bought another one, and then you bought a. So you're addicted to frying pans.
And I'm addicted. I'm also addicted to burdening you with my crap.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm also addicted to burdening
What do you
you
mean by that? I don't
with
get.
my stuff.
What do you
Have a
mean?
frying pan. Here, have a frying
Oh,
pan. You want
yeah,
some pillows? I got lots of pillows. You want a mattress? I got lots of mattresses. You want a couple chairs? You want it, right?
yeah.
Come and unburden me. Let me burden you.
Yeah, so there is like when you kind of get the so all religion again, I'm going to like I'm 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago.
Yeah,
They said that, abstinence or less stuff is better. Why? Because it doesn't clutter your mind. When you see that you're attached to your stuff,
yeah,
thinking that you're going to be happy because you have this stuff, you're going to lose it. Eventually, you're going to have to let it go.
yeah,
Maybe it's on your deathbed, and then you'll say, "Why did I held on to that frying pan?"
yeah. Why do we hold on to stuff to make sure that
Emotional attachment.
our kids have to actually do all the work, or our family? We do it.
Because we think that's like it's survival mode. We're in survival mode. It's just an emotion that we are attached
I think
to.
it's something that happened years ago that the more stuff we had, it showed that we were
Yeah, that's what I mean.
affluent.
Yeah. So if you're affluent, then you're not going to die. People aren't going to, oh, you're important. We're going to keep you in our tribe. It's tribal.
And I'm not
But
sure.
there's no danger today. Nobody's going to think, oh my God. Like I'll write your obituary. I'll say, Shelley had 15 frying pans. She was a master chef with all the frying pans.
She had all the frying
She had
pans,
all the frying pans. And she was such a giver. She gave us all the
all the
frying
frying
pans.
pans. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, how silly are we?
It's silly.
It's really like we're attached to these things that at the end of our lives will have no meaning and significance. What has meaning and significance in your life, right? Not the thoughts that you're giving it, but what it's like sitting in a moment and you will remember that donut in that chair forever
Forever.
because you created a moment there,
Yeah.
because you grew outside of yourself. You will remember that. That's where growth comes from. I remember my good friend Martin. Martin's there. Hi, Martin. He said to me once, I never remember this. It was yesterday. He said, in order for us to change our ways, we have to take a different path. So he would give me an example. Instead of like driving my bike down St. George,
Yes.
I would drive my bike down Main Street. And for a long time, I thought, is that true? Well, it is.
It is.
Unless you're comfortable driving your bike anywhere, then it's not. Right. So he was right. Like you have to go beyond your own self. And that's what you did. You said, I'm going to go beyond my thoughts,
Yep.
let go of my truth, right?
Yep.
And sit in a chair and enjoy this friggin' donut. in front of everybody in Riverview,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now that's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And if you're doing something uncomfortable, what you're doing, right? Because the way that you see yourself took energy, took time. Like you've been practicing this a long time.
Long
To
time.
break that energy is going to take some uncomfortableness.
For
You're
sure.
going to have to like put some energy to it and
I
sit uncomfortable.
Yep.
And when you do that, it's called tapas in yoga. When you do tapas, when you sit in chair pose and you're uncomfortable,
Yep.
right? Or if you do that, you sit in your chair and can't and eating that donut, you're uncomfortable. When you're letting people see you as you are, you're being uncomfortable. You're rewriting the way that you see yourself. And when you're doing that, you're opening up the way to possibilities of your future, not your past, but new ways of being. So let go of the frying pans.
So good. Let go of the frying pans. I love that. I love that.
So which frying pan can you let go? And
Let
it's like
go.
it's gonna be uncomfortable. If it's easy, then you're not changing anything,
Yeah.
right? It's like going to the gym and you see two guys out there talking. They're not working out. Like if you can't breathe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Well, then you're changing
If
something.
you're dripping sweat all around you on the floor, then
Yeah.
you're changing something. It must be uncomfortable. I agree. Growth always happens in the uncomfortable. And for us at Dovico, being in the uncomfortable is
Oh, we're gonna put you
a
uncomfortable.
is a pillar, is absolutely a pillar. And
Not
you
with donuts.
yeah, not with donuts, but we are definitely going to make sure that you get to that place.
Because uncomfortable means that you're not stuck in the way of seeing the things in the past. And if you can rise above the uncomfortableness, you see things differently. And I'm interested in the future, not the past.
Mm, that's
I'm not
beautiful,
interested in your frying pans.
right?
Yeah. I'm interested in your donut stories
Yeah,
because that's your future.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what an amazing Mindset Monday. I'm Shelley Butler,
I'm Yves Doucet.
and this has been Mindset Monday. And I love you. Get your workout in, and I want to know how you're showing up.